The Little Prince is a work that, at first glance, may seem like a children's story, yet it rises to the level of philosophical and universal literature. Antoine de Saint Exupery, its author, blends his experiences as an aviator with a narrative that flows between poetry and symbolism. It's a short story, but each word, each dialogue, and each illustration, crafted by Saint-Exupéry himself, contributes to creating an atmosphere of reflection, innocence, and depth. As for genre, it can be described as a modern fable or poetic tale. However, it defies simple classification, as its deceptive simplicity houses a series of questions and lessons that resonate with readers of all ages. This is the kind of book you can revisit at different stages of life, discovering each time a new layer, a new meaning in the words of the Little Prince and his adventures. The Little Prince thus becomes a book with a life of its own, growing with the reader and accompanying them in their personal and spiritual journey. The story begins with a narrator, an aviator who has crashed in the Sahara Desert, encountering a mysterious golden-haired boy who calls himself the Little Prince. From his first words, the Little Prince captivates the aviator and the reader with his curiosity, his tenderness, and his unique way of seeing the world. Throughout their conversations, the Little Prince tells the aviator about his own journey. He comes from a tiny asteroid, B612, where he left his beloved Rose to explore the universe beyond his home. This cosmic journey leads him to meet a series of characters on different planets: the king, the businessman, the lamplighter, the geographer, and others. Each one represents a world view, a philosophy, an aspect of human behavior that becomes a subtle, respectful critique. Each character is a metaphor for how, as people grow up, they often lose the purity and authenticity of childhood, seeing the world with awe and simplicity. The heart of the Little Prince lies in its characters. The Little Prince personifies innocence, curiosity, and the desire to understand life's essentials. Through his eyes, we see how humanity often becomes entangled in the superficial, the measurable, and the material, forgetting the value of bonds, emotions, and the intangible. The Rose, perhaps the most symbolic character of all, represents love, fragility, and fleeting beauty, and her relationship with the Little Prince is a metaphor for human relationships, the love that binds us to others, the need to care for what we love, even if it requires sacrifice and responsibility. The Rose teaches the Little Prince that true love demands commitment and vulnerability. The other characters the Little Prince meets on his journey, the king, the businessman, the drinker, the lamplighter, are satirical portrayals of different social attitudes and roles. Through them, Saint-Exupéry highlights how adults often become confined to worlds limited by their own obsessions, authority, wealth, self-indulgence, or routine, forgetting what truly matters. These characters stand out for their humor, but also the implied sadness of a life lacking depth and love. One of the most significant moments is the encounter between the Little Prince and the fox. The fox teaches him the essence of friendship and the importance of bonds, of taming or making someone unique in the world. Through their relationship, the reader learns one of the book's deepest lessons. What is essential is invisible to the eye. This message becomes a mantra that threads through the story, inviting us to look beyond appearances to discover what's truly valuable. The Little Prince tackles universal themes: love, friendship, loneliness, growth, and the meaning of life. Through an accessible narrative, it raises philosophical questions that challenge the reader to reflect on their experiences and values. One of the story's main themes is how adults, in their pursuit of practicality and the tangible, often lose sight of what truly matters. The Little Prince, with his innocence and wisdom, encourages us to reconnect with that inner child, to remember the sense of wonder, and to value emotional connections over material or superficial things. This book also addresses themes of responsibility and compassion. The relationship between the Little Prince and his Rose reminds us that loving someone implies responsibility and care, that whatever we invest our time and attention in becomes unique and invaluable. This view of love and friendship is one of the most beautiful lessons in world literature. Exploring solitude and human vulnerability is another theme present in The Little Prince. Both the aviator and the little prince experience solitude at different levels, and their encounter becomes an act of mutual salvation. Through this relationship, Saint-Exupéry reminds us that deep down, we all seek to understand and be understood. Since its publication in 1943, The Little Prince has become one of the most widely read and beloved works in world literature. Its translation into over 300 languages and dialects and its inclusion in the educational curricula of many countries reflect its significance and its ability to resonate with readers of all ages, cultures, and backgrounds. The depth and universality of its message make it a reference not only in literary terms but also in psychological, philosophical, and educational contexts. Saint-Exupéry's narrative style is simple and direct, yet his prose is rich in symbolism and poetry, making The Little Prince a text full of nuances and meanings. The author's seemingly childlike illustrations add a layer of magic to the reading experience, inviting the reader to step into the world of The Little Prince and see it as a child would, free of prejudice or preconceived notions. This book has influenced subsequent literature, especially works that seek to explore philosophical and existential themes in an accessible way. Its legacy extends to various fields, inspiring plays, films, songs, and other artistic forms, demonstrating its enduring relevance and adaptability to different contexts and eras. Reading The Little Prince is to enter a story that appears simple, but, in every page, unfolds a profound reflection on human nature and its connection to the world. The reading of this book offers a unique opportunity to reconnect with that curious, wonder-filled perspective that we tend to lose over time. It invites us to remember and value the essentials, to see with the heart, and to cultivate empathy and understanding toward others. Additionally, it's a book that allows for various interpretations, making it a piece to be revisited at different life stages, each time yielding new and different insights. The beauty of The Little Prince lies in its capacity to move us and awaken an intimate reflection on life, love, and purpose. In short, The Little Prince is a book that leaves a mark on the heart. Its reading enriches us and reminds us that, in a complex and often uncertain world, the most important things are invisible to the eyes. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this recommendation. Together, we form a community of readers united by the magic of reading and the adventure of discovering new stories. Thank you.